Hey everybody, how's it going? I didn't plan on making this video, but recently quite a few people, more than normal anyway, have been asking me about Nalex or Nalex amp sims. These things have been around for quite a while now. I remember my first demo of these being back in probably 2019 when they first popped up on YouTube, and I imagine I was probably one of the first people to cover these amp sims. But the point of this video is to address the fact that the Nalex blog, where all of the amp sims are listed and hosted, has, gone up in smoke. I had to email Nalex to find out, like, hey dude, where are all your amp sims gone? What's going on? He's like, oh, I've just moved them. And I was like, well, you didn't tell anybody. Everyone's asking me loads of questions. So the new Nalex blog is up, but it is missing a couple of the old releases, but it does have most of the best amp sims. And today, I thought I'd cover 4 of my favorites. Now, in the last video, I loaded up for my lead chain a preset, a template that I made ages ago, and it so happened to feature Crunchman as the amp sim, and I thought, wow, yeah, kind of a blast from the past at this point. I've not used Crunchman for years. And I really liked the tone. It just reminded me of how much I enjoyed these amp sims. So I thought, okay, I've got a new IR pack out. It's linked below, guys. It's called Chug, completely free. Check it out, the link's below. And I thought, let's try out Nalex with these new IRs. So I've got Crunchman loaded up. I've got Ninja, which is just amazing for a tight rhythm tone. Gerbert for the beefy, chunky chugs. And Rectifier, which is like a dual rectifier sim. And remember, guys, these are all like completely free. So Crunchman, I mean, looking at it, it's kind of a Marshall Friedman kind of thing, and it does that tone really well. I've got it boosted by the NA808, and I've got the effector silencer as a gate, and I'm going through NAD-IR, and I've got Chug number 2 loaded up. And I'm just really enjoying these tones. It's got that tight Friedman thing going on, a little bit more crunchy than the other amp sims, which you'll hear. It's not quite as like aggressive, super in your face as say Ninja is, but it's great for a kind of like an old school like lead tone. If I crank the gain, there's the noise floor on it, fairly reasonable. Put some effects on it, it just sings. Yeah, as you can hear there, guys, you got like tons of harmonics. It's like super realistic, cool old school tone. I really like this amp sim, highly recommend it. Now, if I go to Ninja, this is a different beast. I'm going to turn off the overdrive, and it's a chugging absolute monster. And that is an unboosted tone. The whole idea with Ninja back in the day, this is an old version actually. I mean, there is a newer version than this. You'll see there's a cable coming out, the new one, which is quite funny. But this one sounds great. And the whole idea with this amp was to get a tight, boosted, modern tone out the box. Just put this through an impulse response, and there you go. You've got a rig, no boosts needed, no tube screamers, no nothing. And yeah, he kind of nailed it. What I do is I boost the input a bit, put the gain down a bit. I could probably boost it a little bit higher actually. Yeah, put the mids down a bit and you got a really cool tone. You've also got a clean channel. Perfect for, you know, any kind of like clean, epic metal section. But the drive is where it shines. But if you put the Tube Screamer on, it's just too much. Like I said, too much. But this is like plenty of gain, and the noise floor is not that terrible. Yeah, just a really cool, lively amp sim. I mean, perfect for any kind of tight chugs. So that's Ninja. If we go to Gerbert and put the boost back on, or Gerbert, this is based on, like Ninja is an original amp. This is like an original design, original idea, not really based on anything. Maybe a 5150, but not quite. Whereas Gerbert is based on the Diesel Herbert, and it's a different beast. As you can hear, like a lot fatter. I've tried to put the amps in sort of the sweet spots where I like these amps to sound. And again, this is just a really cool, like distorted tone. And I've got to say, some of my favorite mixes of Nalex have been with Gerbert. I remember doing a demo of this like a long time ago, and that was one of my favorite mixes at the time, probably from that year. It could have been the riffs, I don't know, but the sound I was getting from this amp is just fantastic in a mix, you know, just really has that sort of girth to it. Similar to like a dual rectifier, it just mixes really well. Then we get to Rectifier. This one needs a boost as well, but we all know what this is based on. I've got the amp sort of in the sweet spot, tone stack wise. You got Rev 2 and Rev 1. These really don't sound that different. I never really understood what this was about, but again, just great dual rectifier tones for free. Yeah, it's just got that growl, that grunt of a rectifier. Does it really well. It's got that kind of like kind of sizzly top end. Again, you've got drive and clean channels. All of these go in stereo as well. And the cool thing is about Nalex is it's just the amp. We've all got effects we can put before and after, and we've all got impulse responses. And Nalex knows that, you know, you probably just want a cool amp sound. And that doesn't make Nalex unique. There's plenty of amp sims out there that are just the amp. I'm fanboying at this point. Plus, all these GUIs were done by Luano Barney. You know, he's an absolute dude. Check out Devil's Lab. He makes great impulse responses. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to address the fact that all those links I put are dead, and people have been asking me, like, where's Nalex? Some of the stuff off that blog is gone, like Amplex, which was basically an amp modeler, and he had all of his different amp models in code, and you could load those into the amp. But I guess he didn't like that, or people were complaining about it. I don't know. Honestly, guys, like Crunchman for the old school stuff, something a bit more crunchy, Ninja for the ripping high gain tight stuff, Gerbert for the same sort of thing, and Rectifier for a more like almost classic at this point rectifier sound. What do you guys think of Nalex or Nalex? What do you guys think of my new impulse responses? And check out my music. It's all linked below, guys. You can check it out on Bandcamp, or you can check it out on Spotify or whatever streaming service you use. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see more metal related stuff. I'll be back sometime with a video on something else. So until then, ciao.